What's going on, people of the internet? My name's Denny, or Denny Cigarette, and today I'm coming back to you with a new story about the time that I took ketamine and robbed the plug for a pound of exotic. Before we get into this video, I'd just like to say that according to YouTube analytics, only 25% of you guys are subscribed. So I would appreciate it very much if you guys subscribe. It not only helps me, it helps you guys because I feel more motivated to upload more content. But without further ado, grab your joint, grab your bong, whatever you're smoking on, grab some food maybe, grab a drink, and enjoy the story. So, this was quite a while ago. I had just gotten into ketamine, quite a bit. And if you got, I know I haven't explained what ketamine's like, but a lot of people describe it as a horse tranquilizer, which, yes, it is used for that. But what a lot of people don't understand is that it's also used quite often therapeutically for depression, and it's also used as an anesthetic in human surgeries as well. Ketamine is a dissociative, kind of similar to PCP. It makes you feel detached from your body, kind of numb. But I will get more into ketamine another day. For now, let's focus on robbing the plug. So it was another day, like a normal day. I'm chilling, and some of the homies were willing to drive me around to do some stuff. I'm not going to describe what we were doing, but I said, okay, can you pick me up? So they said yes, and we were off. Now, previously to robbing this person, I'm not even going to give them a name. This person was talking hella shit and about how I wouldn't pull up and all that. And I wasn't one back then to have that type of talk on my name. So essentially what happened is I had someone else use their phone. We'll call him Steven. Steven lent me his phone and his Telegram account to go hit this guy up. And so we hit this guy up. And basically what happened is I decided, okay, let's go pull up on him. So we go over to the place, right, where we're supposed to meet him, and I was hiding in the back. And the plan was for the person buying it, right? The idea is, and this is what I call the speed-away tactic. It's where when you're buying something from someone, obviously you want to examine it first before you buy it. So you're going to flaunt a bunch of money, aka show them it, right? But not give it to them, and you're going to ask to see the product first. And the minute they put the product inside of the vehicle, you drive away. So that's exactly what we did. He pulled up. We pulled up to him. Sorry, and my driver's chatting with him, this and that, and he does exactly what I say. He pulls out the money, shows him it, but before he hands it to him, he has to see the weed. So he throws it in, and this was some fucking gas. This was some good gelato. Really nice purple color, trichomes, no PGR. I mean, I was impressed that someone of this stature had that. So basically, as he's, he throws the weed in there in the car to go basically what happened is he came up window side, to the driver's side, and he gives him the weed to examine, and about 5 seconds go by, and he opens the pack, he's examining it, and then all of a sudden I just hear the car tire skirt a little bit, and we're taking off. And believe this kid starts fucking running at us and starts chasing the car. And his arm got caught. He kind of picked up, I guess, what was going on because his arm kind of got caught inside of the window before we fully got away from him. And he's fucking running, right? And I'm sitting in the back, and I had just done 2-3 lines of K. I mean, I was kind of numb to the situation. I didn't really, I kind of was dissociated from it. So I wasn't too ecstatic, you know what I mean? But I definitely felt in the moment a little bit of adrenaline, not too much though. So basically after that, we divvied up half pound each. It is what it is, right? And eventually I get a text from this kid saying hey, yo, was this you? What the fuck? You know what I mean? Why'd you do this and all that? And I told him, like, hey, bro, you said we wouldn't pull up, and we did. So I don't know what to tell him. But anyway, so I tell the person, right, who's driving me, Steven, that's what we're going to call him still, to drop me off back at my place. So I get back to my place, and once again, I'm chilling and stuff at home. We're still doing more K. And I eventually was like, okay, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and K-hole myself. And if you don't know what K-holing is, it's when you do enough ketamine to basically have an out-of-body experience, right? You feel completely detached from yourself, and you kind of go into a state of ego death, which ego death is when the default mode network of your brain basically gets dampened to the point where you're no longer able to recognize yourself as yourself or other things, kind of like how I was describing if you watch the PCP video, the detachment there. Your brain's no longer able to associate things to stuff, right? So I loaded up quite a bit of ketamine in a syringe, and I go ahead and I think it was 150, 160 milligrams, and I eventually found a vein. I shot this, and I laid back, and I started like thinking about like that kid. He wasn't a kid. I call a lot of people who I'm upset with kid. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking about this, and I started to feel a little bad because realistically, like, this guy didn't really deserve it. He was talking shit on my name, but I mean, I feel like he didn't deserve it all that much, just because he was trying to look cool. But once again, it is what it is. And I had like this heavy introspective period for a little bit while it was kind of building. And then all of a sudden, within like 5 seconds of that introspection period, like, boom. I'm full on, like, I feel like this tugging sensation, like something's pulling me in one direction. And I knew immediately, like, oh, I'm fucked. So I go ahead and I lay down and I'm closing my eyes. And I start, like, traveling through these tunnels. And I see these, like, mole people. I'm, like, kind of flying through these tunnels. And I'm eventually I get out of the tunnel. And these are my closed eye hallucinations. And I exit through the tunnel, and I'm in like this sea, of, it's like water. It's like I'm laying on the water, but it's reflecting stars, if that makes sense, like the night sky. And it was absolutely a beautiful experience. I'm just sitting there, and I felt this such sense of calmness, and like that everything was gonna be okay. And honestly, it really like helped me realize quite a few things. Just because of the thought process that was going on during this time, just thinking about like things I've done, like where my life is going, etc. It really helped me, which, traditionally I wouldn't recommend at this point that people try SSRIs or SNRIs. However, I do know that they help for people with certain types of depression. But depression isn't, in my opinion, just a chemical imbalance. It is more than that. It comes from experience. It comes from years of building these thought processes that is really hard to break without changing your whole like thought process. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And ketamine's really short-lived. About an hour and a half later, the experience ends. And I'm still, railing lines. But I mean, yeah, that's basically the story, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash like, smash sub. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers, as you guys probably know. Once again, I am streaming. We got music on the way, and I got some other videos coming. I don't know if I'm gonna upload the one I have in store today. But just expect some new forms of content later on. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good one. All right, deuces.